Picture this: a man named Robert, 67 years old, sitting alone in his truck outside a hardware store. Engine off, hands gripping the wheel. He's not going inside. He's just sitting there, staring at nothing, feeling like a stranger in his own skin. 20 minutes pass before he finally drives home. His wife asks if he got the lumber. He says they were out of stock. But that's not the truth. The truth is, he couldn't face another ordinary day pretending everything was fine, when deep down, he felt like half the man he used to be. Robert isn't lazy. He isn't broken. He's just living with something millions of American men his age are silently enduring. A slow, invisible theft of vitality that no one talks about at the dinner table, at church, or even in the doctor's office. And here's what most men don't realize. It's not just about intimacy. It's about waking up without energy. It's about losing interest in things that used to light you up. It's about feeling like your body has given up on you and wondering if maybe you should just accept it. But what if I told you that acceptance isn't your only option? What if the very thing stealing your strength, your desire, your sense of being fully alive could be reversed? Not with another prescription, not with some miracle cure sold on late-night TV, but with something your body has been waiting for all along, a signal to wake up again. My name is Dr. Charles Bennett. For over 25 years, I've specialized in men's sexual health, particularly in the decades that matter most, your 60s, 70s, and beyond. I've sat across from veterans, engineers, fathers, and grandfathers who thought their fire had gone out for good, and I've watched them reignite it, not by chasing youth, but by understanding what their bodies actually need to function the way they were designed to. Here's the part that might surprise you. The problem isn't age. It's not about getting older. It's about inflammation, poor circulation, disrupted sleep, stress that never stops, and a hormone system that's been running on fumes for years. And the solution? It's not as complicated as you think. In fact, it might already be sitting in your pantry. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through a method that's helped men just like Robert, men who thought they'd lost something forever, reclaim not just their physical strength, but their confidence, their presence, and their sense of purpose. This isn't theory. It's based on decades of clinical practice, real patient outcomes, and research that goes back further than most people realize. Before we go any further, I want to ask you something. If what I'm about to share resonates with you, if you've felt even a fraction of what Robert felt sitting in that truck, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any of the practical, science-backed guidance I create specifically for men in your stage of life. And if this message lands, just type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0. I want to know I'm speaking to the right people. Now, let's talk about what's really happening inside your body and why so many men feel like their systems have simply shut down without warning. You see, after 60, your blood vessels begin to change. They lose flexibility. They narrow. Plaque builds up on the inner walls, not just in your heart, but everywhere, including the small arteries that supply blood to your sexual organs. When blood can't flow freely, erections weaken or disappear entirely. It's not a character flaw. It's biology. And here's the kicker. Most doctors will hand you a pill and send you on your way. But they won't tell you why the pill stops working for so many men. They won't explain that it's just masking the real issue: restricted circulation, chronic inflammation, and a hormone environment that's completely out of balance. That's where this method comes in. And it all starts with one misunderstood element that most men walk past every single day without realizing its power. Let me tell you about Gerald. He's 72, a retired firefighter from Ohio. Strong guy, tough as nails. But when he came to see me, He wasn't the same man who used to carry people out of burning buildings. He was tired, frustrated, and deeply embarrassed. He told me, "Doc, I feel like my body's betrayed me. I don't even recognize myself anymore." We ran some tests. His testosterone was low, but not alarmingly so. His blood pressure was manageable. But when I asked about his daily habits, sleep, stress, diet, I started to see the picture. Gerald wasn't just dealing with low hormone production. His entire system was inflamed, his circulation was sluggish, and his nervous system was stuck in overdrive, constantly flooded with cortisol, the stress hormone that directly blocks testosterone production. I told him something that surprised him. "Gerald, your body hasn't given up. It's just been running in survival mode for too long. We need to give it permission to heal." And that's exactly what we did. I introduced him to a daily ritual that took less than 2 minutes. Something so simple he almost didn't believe it could work. But within 2 weeks, Gerald called me. His voice was different, lighter. He said, "I woke up this morning feeling like I did 20 years ago. I don't know what you did, but it's working." What I did was help him unlock his body's natural ability to restore circulation, lower inflammation, calm his stress response, and support healthy testosterone levels. And the key to all of it was something that's been used for centuries, long before modern medicine ever existed. Now, I know what you're thinking. If it's so simple, why hasn't anyone told me about this before? The answer is uncomfortable, but true. There's no profit in teaching men how to heal naturally. But I didn't become a doctor to keep men stuck. I became a doctor to help them break free. In just a moment, I'm going to reveal what this natural tool is, how it works, and how you can start using it today. But first, you need to understand this isn't a quick fix. It's a foundational shift. It's about giving your body the support it's been missing. If you're still with me, that tells me you're ready. You're ready to stop settling. You're ready to stop believing the lie that your best years are behind you. And you're ready to take action. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the one natural substance that can open your blood vessels, reduce the inflammation choking your circulation, calm the stress killing your testosterone, and help you sleep deeper so your body can finally recover the way it's supposed to. Here's what most men don't know. Inside one of the most common spices in the world, there's a compound so powerful that researchers have compared its effects to prescription medications, without the side effects, without the cost, and without the dependency. This compound is called eugenol, and it's found in high concentrations in something you've probably seen 1,000 times but never thought twice about: whole cloves. Now, before you dismiss this as too simple or too good to be true, let me explain exactly what happens when eugenol enters your system. Because once you understand the science, you'll realize why this works when so many other things don't. Eugenol is a natural vasodilator. That means it helps your blood vessels relax and expand. When you chew whole cloves, the oils are released directly into your mouth. Those oils are absorbed almost immediately through the mucous membranes under your tongue and along your gums, entering your bloodstream within seconds. And here's where it gets interesting. Eugenol doesn't just open your vessels temporarily like caffeine or a stimulant might. It actually helps restore the flexibility and responsiveness of your vascular walls over time. Think of it like this. Imagine a garden hose that's been sitting in the sun for years. It's stiff. It's cracked. Water barely trickles through. Now imagine you treat that hose with something that softens it, makes it pliable again, and clears out the blockages inside. That's what eugenol does for your arteries, especially the small, delicate ones that feed your sexual organs. But it doesn't stop there. Eugenol also stimulates the production of nitric oxide. the same molecule that prescription pills try to mimic. Nitric oxide is what tells your blood vessels to open wide and let blood flow freely. Without it, erections are impossible. With it, your body can respond the way it did when you were younger. And the beauty of this natural approach is that you're not forcing your body to do something unnatural. You're simply giving it the tools it needs to remember how to function properly. Now, here's where this gets even more powerful. Eugenol doesn't just support circulation. It also works on your nervous system. Remember Gerald, the firefighter I told you about? One of the biggest obstacles he faced wasn't just poor blood flow. It was chronic stress. Decades of high-pressure work, financial worries, and the weight of aging had kept his cortisol levels elevated for years. And cortisol is the enemy of testosterone. When cortisol is high, testosterone production shuts down. It's a biological override. Your body thinks it's under threat, so it prioritizes survival over reproduction. But here's the good news. Cloves contain a compound called beta-caryophyllene, which directly interacts with receptors in your brain that regulate stress and mood. When you chew cloves, beta-caryophyllene helps signal your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Cortisol levels drop, tension eases, and suddenly, your body has room to produce testosterone again, naturally, without drugs, without injections, just your own biology doing what it's designed to do. Gerald noticed this shift within days. He told me, "I didn't realize how tightly wound I'd been until I started to feel calm again. It's like someone turned down the volume on the noise in my head." And there's one more benefit that ties all of this together. Sleep. If you're not sleeping deeply, nothing else matters. Your body repairs itself at night. Your hormones reset. Most importantly, your testosterone peaks during deep REM sleep. But how many men over 60 are getting that kind of rest? Cloves help with that. The calming effect of beta-caryophyllene, combined with the circulation boost from eugenol, creates an environment where your body can finally settle into deep, restorative sleep. And when you sleep better, everything improves. So now that you understand why this works, let me show you exactly how to use it. Because knowing the science is one thing. Applying it correctly is what gets results. Here's the method I teach my patients. It's simple, but precision matters. Take 2 to 3 whole cloves. Not ground cloves, not clove oil, whole, dried cloves. You can find them in any grocery store, usually in the spice aisle. Organic is ideal, but any high-quality clove will work. Place the cloves between your back molars, where your chewing power is strongest. Bite down slowly until you feel them crack open. Don't rush this. The goal is to release the oils, not to chew them up like food. Once they crack, hold them in your mouth for 30 seconds. Let your saliva mix with the oils. You'll feel a strong, warming sensation. It might be intense at first, but that's a good sign. It means the eugenol is being absorbed. After 30 seconds, begin chewing gently. Break the cloves down further, working the oils through your mouth. Keep them there for another 30 seconds. Then, you can either swallow the remnants or spit them out. Both are fine. The key is that the oils have already been absorbed through your oral membranes. Now, timing matters. For most men, the best time to do this is in the evening, about an hour before bed. This allows the calming effects to help you wind down and prepares your body for deep sleep. But some men prefer to use it in the morning, especially if they're dealing with low energy or sluggish circulation throughout the day. Others use it 30 to 45 minutes before intimacy, as a natural way to enhance blood flow and presence. The important thing is consistency. This isn't a one-time trick. It's a daily practice. The more regularly you do it, the more your body adapts and responds. Think of it like exercise. One workout won't transform you, but a consistent routine will change everything. Let me tell you about another patient, a man named Thomas. He's 69, a retired school principal from Pennsylvania. Thomas came to me after years of trying different medications that either didn't work or gave him side effects he couldn't tolerate. He was skeptical when I introduced him to this method. I told him, "Give it 30 days. That's all I ask." He agreed. After just 1 week, he texted me. I slept through the night for the first time in months. By week 2, he was waking up with morning erections again, something he hadn't experienced in over a decade. By the end of the month, Thomas said, "I feel like I got my life back." That's the power of giving your body what it actually needs, instead of trying to override it with chemicals. Now, I want to be honest with you about what to expect, because I don't want you to go into this with unrealistic expectations, and I also don't want you to give up too soon if the results aren't instant. In the first 7 days, most men notice subtle changes. You might feel a sense of warmth in your body shortly after chewing the cloves. You might notice that your mind feels a bit clearer, less foggy. Some men report sleeping more deeply or waking up feeling more rested. These are early signs that your nervous system is starting to relax and your circulation is beginning to improve. By day 14, things start to shift more noticeably. Energy levels often increase. You might find yourself more motivated to move, to take a walk, to engage with the day instead of just getting through it. And for many men, this is when they start to experience spontaneous erections again, usually in the morning. It's not forced, it's not artificial, it's your body remembering how to respond naturally. By day 30, the changes become undeniable. Erections return with greater consistency and strength. Confidence builds. You start to feel like yourself again, not a shadow of who you used to be, but the man you've always been, just with the support your body needed all along. And here's the part that matters most. It's not just about physical function, it's about presence, connection, the ability to show up fully in your relationships, in your life, in your own skin. But here's something I need you to understand. This method works best when it's part of a larger commitment to your health. You can't chew cloves every day and expect miracles if you're still eating processed junk, sitting all day, and never managing your stress. This is a tool, a powerful one, but it works best when combined with movement, real food, adequate sleep, and a mindset that says, "I'm worth taking care of." I've had men ask me, "Dr. Bennett, why doesn't my doctor tell me about this?" And the answer is complicated. Most doctors are trained to prescribe medications, not to teach lifestyle interventions. They're working within a system that rewards quick fixes, not root cause solutions. And unfortunately, many men don't want to hear that they need to change their habits. They want a pill. They want it to be easy. But you're different. You're here because you're ready to take responsibility for your health. You're willing to put in the small, consistent effort required to see real change. And that's exactly the kind of man who succeeds with this approach. Let me share one more story with you. A man named Gerald, 74 years old, came to see me after his third heart scare. He'd been on blood pressure medication for years, cholesterol meds, a statin, and a low-dose aspirin. His doctor told him his erectile dysfunction was just a side effect he'd have to live with. But Gerald wasn't ready to accept that. When I introduced him to this method, he was cautious but curious. He started chewing cloves every evening, just as I instructed. But he also made other changes. He started walking 20 minutes a day. He cut out the sugary snacks he'd been eating out of boredom. He began going to bed at the same time every night instead of staying up watching TV until midnight. Within 6 weeks, Gerald's blood pressure had improved so much that his doctor reduced his medication. His energy was back. His mood was lighter. And yes, his sexual function returned, Not to what it was at 30, but to something real, something functional, something he could be proud of. He told me, "Dr. Bennett, I didn't just get my erection back. I got my life back. I got my confidence back. I got my wife back." That's what this is really about. It's not just about sex. It's about vitality. It's about feeling alive in your own body. It's about waking up every day and knowing that you still have something to offer to your partner, to your family, to yourself. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and move on. Don't just nod your head and think, "That's interesting," and then forget about it tomorrow. Take action. Go to your kitchen right now, or the next time you're at the store, pick up a small jar of whole cloves. Start tonight. Chew 2 or 3 cloves for 60 seconds before bed. Do it every day for 30 days. Track how you feel. Notice the changes. And if you do this, if you commit to it, I want you to come back to this video in a month and leave a comment. Tell me what happened. Tell me if your energy improved. Tell me if your sleep got deeper. Tell me if your erections came back. Because I know they will. Not for everyone, but for most men who do this consistently, the results speak for themselves. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Because every day you wait is another day you're living at half capacity. And you deserve better than that. Your wife deserves better than that. Your life deserves better than that. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring the man you are now and giving him the tools to thrive. It's about refusing to believe that decline is inevitable. It's about taking your power back, one small, intentional choice at a time. So start tonight. Chew those cloves. Feel the warmth. Notice the shift. And let your body do what it's been waiting to do all along. Heal, restore, and come back to life. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button. Share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. And subscribe so you don't miss the next piece of guidance I share. Because this is just the beginning. There's so much more I want to teach you about reclaiming your vitality, your strength, and your sense of purpose in these decades that matter most. Take care of yourself, not because you have to, but because you're worth it.